And I'd like to welcome you guys back to Final Fantasy The Dawn of Souls version. I'm Andrew Maltani, joining me are Matt Meschan and David Mansfield. Alright, so coming up next, we are going to be trying to liberate the Crystal of Earth from some legions of the undead. But before that, I want to go to a different town first. I want to upgrade something defensively, so bear with me for the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll go tackle the Cavern of Earth proper. Not that
Simon Belmont is not to be found, is he?
Not in this land, unfortunately.
You guys see the Castlevania anime?
The one on Netflix? No, I have not.
It looks good and interesting. Do you know what game it's based off, or is it just like its own thing?
I didn't check what generation it was. I forgot to mention the seizure warning, as is customary of 2000s gaming. How far am I? Just a little bit northwest of the dock. Okay, not that dock.
Can you make moral choices in this game? Like, is it possible to be evil?
Now, what do you think this is, Mass Effect? This isn't a BioWare game.
Well, like,
Redemption.
Vampire Masquerade Redemption. You get your choices determine whether you get the evil ending or the good ending. Good, like morally good.
Yeah, like I said, this is a Square game. Or at least an early Square game, not a BioWare installment. Get out of here with that. I need about $6,000 or so. There's a lot of money to be made around Crystal Lake. Oh shit.
They're getting tougher, aren't they?
Yeah, usually enemies scale by region. So yeah, these guys are tough customers. Well, thankfully I have a tank at my warrior spot, so I'm fine with that. It's just my black mage has not had the health growth I hoped he was gonna have. Because you see how comically low his HP is compared to everyone else at this point?
Yep. Is that to nerf him for having good magic power?
Not really, but it's like, sometimes your stat gains may be a little bit random, but yeah, you see how much magic points he's had relative to his health?
Yeah.
I'm like, I at least have some other runs do well, because another run I did with this game, his health actually scaled pretty gracefully.
Huh.
Where it's like, not even level 10 or so, and he already has like 150 HP.
Kind of like on Shadowrun Returns. The essence system, it sort of makes sense in the game, but what it's really for is to nerf mages and magic users. Because otherwise people would just be all cybered up and have magic. Which you can do, but you know, your magical healing will go down.
Alright. I don't think I'll be able to get all the good mithril stuff. The buckler is what I'm here for. Alright, so... That's not it. Alright. This is just a light shield. And for most classes that cannot support it, or at least that can't support a larger shield, Buckler's a good pick, so... I forgot who else can wield it, but I know Thieves and Red Mages can. So, they're not completely shafted on blocking for defense. And might as well just get my Warrior the good Mithril stuff. Yeah. May not be great at defensively, but at least he can dodge a little bit as well. Yeah, I think we're fine for now. Yeah, this place is level 5 magic. I don't have that, and... Ah yes, the 12 Sages of the Prophecy. I'm not gonna talk to them right now. I'll wait until after we save the Crystal of Earth. Any new weapons I can get from here? Oh, it's just mithril equipment. Let me wait till later.
Do any of these weapons ever have a magic power to them?
Some items do. So, let me sort. So, some weapons will do bonus damage to others. I don't think I have any items yet that cast magical effects when used. Thankfully, using items does not count towards breaking the item. I know some other games that like to do that.
Yep. On Shining Force 2, when you get you can have a cursed ring, and you can repair or uncurse it, but if you keep using it, it eventually consumes itself. Man, those AoEs are powerful.
Yeah, though, if you're playing with OG rules, they are very expensive because you can only have like 2 or 3 charges of them at a time.
Okay.
So if you're playing through OG rules or the Pixel Remaster, you have to be very conscious about that. Or it's like, you have to save them in case of emergency. Here, because it's a flat MP pool, I don't have to worry about that as much. Yeah, that's a whole lot of money, but yeah, let's head back to Melmond real quick. I'm only really doing this because I just want to get a little bit of extra defense out of the way.
Pirate's Gold. Or Sid, as you would know, it's Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yeah. Let's
Does
go.
look a lot like it. But you know, one thing can happen in that game is if you get into the reefs, like the coral reefs, it can damage your ship. So you have to be real careful. Did you ever beat that, Yoshi?
No, I don't think I've gone through like a whole career in Pirates just yet.
Does Sid Meier's have the 10 pirate missions, like find your father, find your brother?
If you're talking about the Firaxis version, or are you talking about the DOS version or the Firaxis version?
The only version I played was the port to Genesis, and it was called Pirate's Gold. But
I can't speak towards the DOS version. I know the Firaxis version does that, the Save Your Family plot.
And you get little treasure maps, and you have to try to find it on the map.
Yeah, or, you know, you can do, like, land attack, or in the DOS version, you could try bombarding forts with your ship, but there was a little bit of a turn-based system whenever you're on land. And then in the Firaxis version, there's also like stealth segments in case you have to sneak into a hostile town, or you pissed off one faction too much that they'll shoot you on sight.
You can get married too. I got married one time. Because if you want to get married quicker, you can have your specialty in charm and wit. But you have to fight a guy to get married because there's another suitor. I showed that game to my nephew, the Genesis version, and I was like, the sword fighting can be real hard, and he just spammed one button and just easily destroyed the guy.
Yeah, it's like knowing which sword move you need, or how you can block or parry.
They get harder as you go on. They get faster. Oh
man. Not to worry, I have area of effect spells. Well, either my black mage can do it, or because they're undead, the white mage can do it as well. The white mage is the only one who can use undead killing spells.
The AoE, that they just automatically go on all the enemies, or can they only have a certain amount?
It's all. So
cool. Man, that is.
I know, like, there were some other RPGs. I know Phantasy Star 3 did it, where some weapons only had a particular area of effect. Say, like, you could only attack the front line or the back line.
Right.
Or if you had a needle gun weapon for your main protagonist, then he would cut about one half of the field.
Nice.
Oh,
man,
shit.
This game looks fun.
Okay. Just remind me to ration my magic every now and then. And my black mage has a mithril knife. Yeah, I might have to upgrade my swords eventually, but at least my mages have good backup weapons, or at least they're all mithril spec. Oh shit, I hate this. Thanks, I hate it. We're okay.
Are you a Grimes fan at all?
What?
Grimes? Is it? How do you say it? Is it Grimes? You know, the woman that's married to Elon Musk. Electronic music.
No.
I just heard some of her music recently. Some of her older stuff is pretty cool. You know how many kids Elon Musk has? Like 13 or 14. Between 3 women. Does he just like give them $1 million for their allowance?
Why ask me about that?
I'll never see that kind of money. You guys have gotten powerful.
Yeah, this is alright for now. We've scaled pretty well, except for my mage who keeps getting beat up a lot. Yeah, we're also getting a crack ton of money right now, so... Ooh, we can unlock level 5 magic now. That's cool. But before I even dare to do that... I just whack these guys, please. Yeah, that's what I get for investing in some better defense. My warrior only has to take like 1 damage, if he's lucky enough. I think we're gonna do this in all of good time. Ooh, okay. Oh, get out of here! It's like, everyone gets like plus 20 HP. Except for the black mage. You only get 2.
When it's the black mage.
Yeah,
You have a lot of magic though.
I'm getting a bunch of shit stat luck. Well, as long as nobody targets him, I think I should be fine. Because he's the only one who can give my crew a bunch of offensive buffs right now.
You know, some of the old DOS, Dungeons and Dragons games, when if your statistics would be random at first, but if you got real low numbers, you could re-roll for better statistics. Kind of cheap because you can keep re-rolling until you got real good. But it's supposed to be used responsibly. But I'll have to admit I did do that. Just kept re-rolling until I got all good stats.
And then there are some games like strategy RPGs where some are going to be going, dude, what are these stat growths?
I like the way they did it on Shadowrun Returns, where you have a limited amount of karma. So every time you go through the game, it's a little bit different, depending on what choices you make. Like if you get the good charisma, you can get out of so many battles just with charisma.
Just by sweet talking or being able to summon your way past them.
But the problem is when you do gotta fight, that's when you wish you had the fighting karma attributes.
Like strength and all of that.
Yeah.
Or dexterity for guns.
The Dead Man's Switch is pretty easy because I'm sure you remember, by the end of it, you have more money than you could possibly use. And you have, just in case haven't been putting karma into strength and quickness and everything, you have a big pool of extra karma towards the end. You could mess it up if you really wanted to, but the game is basically holding your hand at that. I see Dead Man's Switch as more of a test than like a prototype. Like seeing whether there would be a market for that kind of game. And then Dragonfall in Hong Kong is actually more fleshed out. Because do you remember how in Dead Man's Switch, it was completely linear? There was one optional mission you could do. So I guess if you count that, it was a little bit non-linear, but everything else was just, a story from scene to scene. Whereas on Dragonfall in Hong Kong, you can choose which mission you want to do at what time.
Yeah, because they were more open jobs, and they wanted to tailor it more, saying, okay, this mission is recommended for so-and-so class.
Right. And the order, like, sometimes, some of the harder missions, it wasn't advisable to even try it until you leveled up. On Dragon Ball, I got to the last hard-filled man or whatever, the last strengthened location, and I realized I was gonna have to go back and rewind because I was too weak. There's no way I would have been able to beat the boss.
Or you rate your character incorrectly.
Yeah. Well, what I did is I didn't do enough of the loyalty quests. I had done Dietrich's loyalty quests, but I hadn't done Iger's or Glory's.
You gotta do those loyalty quests.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to
well,
say
that's
it.
On easy.
I hate to say it, but I learned that from Mass Effect. If I had a preemptive strike, then I am not going to try to use magic as much as possible, but... Yeah, the one thing I also would probably do under original rules more is buy a lot more healing items.
These seem to be better rules. I mean, you said like magic was like there was like a charge system or something?
Yeah. So each tier would have its own amount of charges. So like tier 1 you could probably get like 5 or 6, and then, the more you go, the fewer charges you have for higher levels. So it's like, if I wanted to use something like Fira or Thundara, I could only use it about maybe 3 or 4 times before I'd have to consider going outside to use a tent or, saying, screw it, I might just have to attack with what I have.
What's the temper where you are today? It was warm here.
Yeah,
Sorry. Is Gil completely random, or is it more depending on how many enemies you're doing?
So the money you get from enemies, it's dependent on the drop from the enemies. So it's like if you read the bestiary, they'll tell you just how much money each enemy drops.
Kind of funny how spiders have money. That's what I always thought was funny about games. I understand why. Have you ever played a role-playing game where you went into someone's house and they were like, "Get out of my house"?
Some games will do that, but I don't think it's been one I've played so far.
Oh, okay.
I really should just buy more antidotes. Ooh, a tent. Ooh, and a new sword. Okay. Werebeasts, Spellcaster. Yeah, the Coral Sword is going to be a very good one later down the line. For a dungeon I'm gonna go to. Oh shit, this ain't good. That's fine. That hurt. Wait a minute, I'm missing like an item. Bastard down here, aren't I?
Lots of poisonous creatures here.
Yeah, which is why they recommend you load up on antidotes. Oh shit, this ain't good.
That's one thing I learned from Shining Force. Always have healing potions, always have antidotes. You're gonna need it. Like a lot of time in that game, I'll spend all my money. I mean, I'll buy weapons too, but all the extra. That's one thing I noticed about Shadowrun Dragon Ball. Man, it's really hard to make that much of a profit because you do a mission and you end up buying, if you want to beat it, you end up buying so many trauma kits and health potions. I mean, medical kits. Compared to the first one, you just usually have a lot less money in the bank.
And that's why I try to bring dedicated healers. Or at least have someone with a first aid function. But yeah, I try to not... I try to have a healer whenever I can, so at least I don't spend money on, you know, first aid kits and the like.
They have a weird system in Shadowrun where the healing spell is real powerful, but it can only heal the last injury taken. So if you got hit for 35 and then you get hit for 5, it'll heal the 5. It's frustrating. Sort of wish they had done just a flat MP system like this.
That's a whole lot of money, but I need to be able to walk out of here with that.
Is the leather shield for the mage?
No, it's a lightweight shield. But unfortunately, the mages have, they do have a shield item, but it comes at the very end of the game. Or if you're lucky enough, one of the bonus dungeons.
I probably asked this before, but if you had to go back to the medieval times and you could choose one weapon, like a medieval weapon, what do you think you would choose?
Okay, you have not asked that one. I'd probably say a mace.
I think I'd go with a crossbow. But that's a real precarious, because if you miss with that crossbow, you're dead. If they have a sword.
Yeah, I'm not a two-handed guy, and, well, you can't trust me to handle a baseball bat, so a broadsword is out of the question for me.
What was your record in Mental League? Mine was 1 run batted in.
I only went 2 for 5.
No, it's hard, isn't it, when you're first learning to hit a baseball? Like, you just gotta have such fast reflexes. Fun. Did you ever play wiffle ball? Just like a pickup game of wiffle ball?
Nah.
What about softball? Did you ever play softball?
Maybe
Not in a league, just like a pickup game.
not really.
Just baseball, just hardball.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a lot of wolves. Oh, I got a preemptive coach, so let me make the most out of this.
Me and my mom were watching MLB bloopers, and there was one where a duck came onto the field, and they had to pause the game for it to get on.
Yeah, there's like a whole lot of ones where, you know, they've had to call animal control and move them out. Yeah, I need to save my magic at this point. I am. This is kind of dangerous. Although granted, yes, running is a viable option. I'm just a little bit too stubborn with it sometimes. Especially if my two lead guys can actually one-shot some of this trash. Still got a whole floor to go before I can take on the boss.
I kind of. When does baseball start again? Is it April?
Opening day, I believe, is in April.
They're in spring training, or
yeah,
no, it's not.
We're in spring training / the World Baseball Classic right now.
I think you know, we get for a while when the Braves were winning, and then this is in the '90s when they were winning the World Series many times. We got a little bit spoiled. So I'm just glad I was able to see that at the time. My parents let us stay up to watch it. There was school the next day, but they were like, oh, it's a special. I'm sure we weren't the only one.
Or like how in the case of, you know, sometimes you had the Olympics where, you know, with Team Canada, they had like entire rooms or all the TVs set up for people to watch the game.
Right. We used to play tag football in our front yard, and for a while I got pretty good at running and catching. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm not good compared to, you know, college or professional, but just in a casual way, it was fun. But we didn't use a full-size football. We used a small. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh shit! I hate this. I need to run out of here because I don't have needles. Yeah, that ain't good.
What they do? Oh, stone.
They petrify you. Yeah.
Oh man, they don't do that much damage, but they.
Come on. Let's go. And we get out of here, please. Fine. Do this the hard way. Can't believe I have to do this, but yeah, I think this whole run is bust if I don't have 2 gold needles. Oh! They gave me 1! Stupid. Freaking stupid. For a second, I thought I would have to redo the whole freaking dungeon because of that. You know how pissed off I would be if that was the case?
I can imagine.
I mean, we're only like 35 minutes in, and I'm like going, I do not want to have like 15 to 20 minutes of this effort undone. Oh, what do you know? There's another golden needle there. You get to run for it in case this thing goes pear-shaped. I am not really in the mood to have these guys petrified over this shit. Okay, fine, we'll just kill them. Can't run from these frickin' cocks. Yeah, you can tell I'm trying my damnedest to try to conserve my magic as much as possible. Mostly because I should have bought a couple of ethers when I was at Crystal Lake. All the undead killer on these, please. I do not need to worry about that anymore. Yeah, these guys are chumps. Relatively.
What do you like to put in your fried rice? Mine today just had egg.
Mixed vegetables, and depends on how I like to prep my eggs. Usually I do them scrambled, or I just put them in the pan and then I just chip them over with a spatula. But yeah, I just do like, you know, little bite-sized vegetables and eggs, and then if I do meat, then sometimes I'll do like, you know, breakfast meat or sausages. Sometimes I'll dice it up and put them in there, or otherwise I'll put them on the side.
You ever do chicken?
Sometimes I've done shredded chicken.
I used to like that. We had a lot of fried rice when we were in Japan. It's actually a Chinese thing, isn't it? I mean, wasn't it originally Chinese?
Ooh. Damn, I can't answer that. I'm not a history buff, alright?
No problem. I can look it up.
Yeah, you can say who came up with it first or who popularized it. Alright, boss time. So, do you have the Crystal of Earth? I'm gonna take that maybe as a no.
Yep, it was in China. Earliest records dating back to 589 to 618 AD. It was created as a practical, economical way to use leftover rice and ingredients by stir-frying them in the water. Yeah, that's interesting. Makes sense.
Power up my thief, please. Oh, never mind. The vampire's dead. I get that. Oh, get
Is that a plot item, or...?
It's a plot item. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
These guys.
It's like, stop, stop stoning my my best offensive characters. Yeah, oh shit. That hurt.
Had some ramen noodles yesterday with red hot sauce in it. Man, do you like hot noodles?
When I put hot chili oil in it or red chili oil in it, yes. I'm not a sriracha person.
Gotcha. This is more like red chili powder. It wasn't fresh noodles. It was packaged. Not the best. The fresh ones are so much better than what you get at a noodle shop.
I am done with this dungeon for now, so I am gonna have to run like hell back to the exits and hopefully not get beat up too much. And you see that? 70 damage. Holy shit.
Where do you have like an Asian market you get your noodles from, or just a grocery store?
Yeah, there's an Asian market I get my noodles from.
Okay.
But it's not like the freshest stuff. It's more like, you know, the soft noodles that are bagged.
Right. Asian markets are awesome. But is it one that still has English signs, or is all the like labels and stuff in a different language than English?
It's Americanized, so yeah, there's definitely English labels.
Cool. That makes it a lot easier. I would advise anyone that was going to live in Japan to learn Japanese. It's going to make things so much easier. My mom and dad knew some of it. I at one point had a vocabulary of maybe like 20 to 30 words. But we lived on an American military base. We didn't need it as much. Man, the center depot in that base had all these tanks and stuff. Japan, if anyone attacks Japan, it's gonna be hard. We got assets over there.
Well,
I'm not saying that will happen.
I'd say through conventional ground or naval projection, maybe.
Yeah.
Just depends on how effective first strike weaponry is.
I'm sure they have even more advanced stuff over there. Is the stealth bomber still around, or did they upgrade it to something else?
Depends on which ones you're talking about. If you're talking about the B-2s that are out of St. Louis, well, I can't speak more about that. Can't. And if you're talking about, like, the B-1B, I don't know what the hell happened to that. But if you're wondering if
I used to think that was the coolest looking shit, man.
Yeah, if you're wondering about the B-2, yeah, that's still a thing, and yes, it always makes a flyby during the Rose Bowl game. I'm kind of surprised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was the big shift from the 80s to the 90s. I'm sure it had already happened to an extent, but all the electronics started being black and dark colors. I mean, not literally all, but that was the popular. Like, stealth bomber was black. You had the Genesis, and then computers started not being beige. You know what I'm talking about? You remember how in the 80s they were all beige and everything? As one person said, the most butt ugly color you can imagine. I guess it didn't matter so much. I mean, yeah, what matters is the software on it. But I always wonder why they chose that beige color. It is an ugly color. I guess it was supposed to look like an office, like formal or something.
Which part are you talking about, or which bomber?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about computers. You know, like towers. Do you remember how they used to be beige
Yeah.
in the '80s? Yeah. I was just saying, it seemed like in the '90s for a while, it seemed like everything was turning into black, which is not a bad thing. I like black. I mean, if I have a choice between dark and light mode on the device, I almost always go for dark. What do you usually like?
Usually for me, maybe sometimes dark, because you know it's like whenever you get like bright stuff dirtied, it's like
Right. Oh, these guys are powerful.
nah. It's just my the defenses on my everyone not named the warrior being kind of thin. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a run for it. I am dead out of magic. Now, if I remember which way it was, then I wouldn't have this problem. I am out of healing. Attack those. Attack that, attack that. I forgot I actually still have, you know, my Black Mage's magic. I should start using that more often. I have enough of... I got, what, 3 or 4 charges left? Based off what I have. Yeah. I brought 20 antidotes. Yeah, not now. I quit. Okay, these guys I can take care of.
You still there, Matt?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard from him since the start.
What are you eating?
And I forgot we're gonna get daylight savings forward after this weekend, so...
Oh, man. Do you like bamboo at all as mixed vegetables?
Like bamboo shoots?
Yeah.
I haven't had it very often. I mean, yeah, if I know what to put it together with, then yeah.
Do you often stir fry or do you boil?
I tend to prefer stir frying if I can.
It's faster, isn't it?
Yeah. I can take care of these.
We always talk about food. It's something you can always, you know, everyone eats. So. That's what I always think about restaurants. It's an interesting point of view because no matter what job, I mean, not that you have to eat at a restaurant, but no matter what point of life someone's coming from, they're there to eat. If you know what I mean. Like, they can be an IT person, they can be an engineer, they can be a construction worker. When they come into that place, they share in a common humanity. Not that everything is always peachy clean. Do you ever go to Burger King at all?
Not recently.
Not the best, huh? They used to be better, but the one near us is actually pretty good, but the one in my old house is really sucks. What has been?
Oh, jeez, it's a bot.
Big God. kick that?
I'm not sure if I gave you Twitch privileges. I know I...
Oh yeah, that's Twitch, not YouTube. I'm sorry. I would get it if I could.
I'm just gonna run back to town real quick, so...
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? One of your favorites.
Cookies and cream, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's a good. Have you ever had cookie dough?
Yeah,
That's
that one's good too. Yeah, it's always one of the flavors I would get from the stores, if I can.
You ever get Ben and Jerry's?
Not all that often because, yeah,
It's kind of expensive, isn't it?
yeah, it's very pricey for how much of it you get.
It's really good though. It's a good, nice treat. I haven't had ice cream for a long time. What about shakes? Do you like shakes?
Sometimes I do.
What's your
Making
favorite
milkshakes?
flavor? Milkshakes, yes.
Ooh. Strawberry.
Ooh, good choice.
Alright.
Hazel's my favorite.
Is there an item shop around here? Because I need to restock on a few healing items. Or I guess I can go to Crystal Lake right now. Let me go to Crystal Lake again. Let me get some level 5 magic and healing items because I burned a crap ton of them here.
Did you ever see Pulp Fiction?
Yeah?
Do you remember that part where they were talking about the $5 milkshake?
Yep.
Have you ever bought a $5 milkshake?
Unfortunately, in this economy...
I know. That it seems so quaint, doesn't it? It's like that's a lot more common.
I mean, hell, the ice cream cone I bought for my birthday last year was $8, and it was a triple-decker. It was a triple-decker birthday cake cone on a waffle cone. So, it was definitely well worth it, but still.
I know.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go to Crystal Lake. Wait, unless that place is closer. I could sail down to Alfheim to get healing items, but... or I could sail over to Cornelia. Could get level 5 magic right about now, but...
Is everything connected by land too, or is it just...
No,
ship
big chunks of it are accessible by ocean, and then there's a few other things I talk about later, but we'll get there when it comes to that.
Sure. Wow, this looks so orderly compared to the undead place.
How much money do I have? 32 grand. Yes, I could... Do my characters have... level 5 magic unlocked? Yes! I'm not done getting the Crystal of Earth yet, so just bear with me for a little while longer.
If you are on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you had already got to the 10,000, are you familiar with that show? Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I watched a bunch of it when it was Regis' turn on the air.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But if you got to the 10,000 level, would you keep going, or would you just cash out at 10,000?
Depends on the next difficulty of the question. Because usually stuff gets really nasty after 100,000. Maybe at 25 grand I would cash out. But yeah, at 10 I'm like... maybe not at 10 grand.
How many lifelines do you get?
Okay, so I'm going off the Regis version. There were originally 3.
Okay.
There was 50-50.
That could just be any friend or person.
It was phone a friend, but it couldn't be anybody. I think you had to arrange it
Okay.
first.
The only thing about that, if you did get, I'm not trying to say $1 million isn't a lot of money, but if you did get $1 million, you wouldn't have it unless you shielded it with taxes. You wouldn't have it by the next year. I mean, you'd still have a lot of money, but the taxes would get rid of that $1 million. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the game show tax. That's a lot of damage.
I used to think $1 million is a lot of money, and I'm not. And in a certain sense, it is. But if you just got $1 million and had to survive on it for your whole life, it would. Well, the thing is you. I wouldn't want people to know I had the money, because then they look at you as an ATM.
And then you find out who are your friends real quick and who ain't.
Yeah. Lots of poisons.
That's a hell of a lot of damage.
So is the clam chowder good?
Well, it was canned clam chowder, so what did you expect?
Did you
was
have
alright.
crackers in it? Did you have crackers? Did you have crackers?
I did not buy the crackers. I didn't toast bread or pull out the croutons.
Hey, I bet you saved a lot of money doing that. Sometimes you gotta eat it like that. We sometimes eat like rice and beans. Cheap, but it gets you fed. You ever make the like the Zatarain's rice and bean mix?
No, I don't do the boxed rice stuff because I already buy my own bags of rice and I have a rice cooker.
Makes sense.
Oh shit, this is level 6 magic. I was wrong about being here at Crystal Lake. Ah. At least I know what good stuff comes later.
This is high tier stuff.
Yeah, I think...
13,000 for a spell, man. So mithril ones are not the strongest weapons?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. There's things that are stronger than mithril out there. I was wrong. It's level 6 stuff down here at Crystal Lake. The level 5 stuff is at Melmont. Oh yeah, why was I here again? Oh yeah, I should buy some ethers before I leave. So I don't run out of magic charges. That is gonna haunt me. I got enough potions. Just buy 15 of these for now. Okay. I got enough potions.
Is there eventually a potion that heals all HP?
There is... there is an elixir, but honestly though, I would probably just stock up on high potions and and plain ethers.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night does the same thing. Like, you get an elixir and that heals all your HP, and then you get a mana prism, which restores all your MP. So, man, once you get to the last boss in Castlevania, not to be a spoiler, it's so easy because all you got to do is have 4 elixir and 4 mana prisms, and then you use the mist form, so Dracula can't even hurt you. It's pretty crazy. And if you beat this one boss, the hardest boss in the game, you get poison mist form. So you're in mist form, no one can hurt you, but you hurt them. You should play that game sometime.
I'm still very skittish about doing that until I beat Rondo of Blood first.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Nice to know a fellow enjoyer of the Dawn of Souls version. Yeah, I was looking elsewhere on Twitch to see who else was playing this particular version, but it's like, no, apparently they kept getting it wrong because, like, guys, this is the Pixel Remaster version, not the Dawn of Souls version. At least YouTube makes that distinction, but not Twitch. And the one thing that kind of irks me about the Pixel Remaster version is, like, they don't have the bonus dungeons from either Dawn of Souls or the 20th anniversary version. I'm like, okay, I get it that it runs under OG rules, but it's like, please don't stick the finger to us like that. Or, I talked to one of my other online buddies about Pixel Remaster, and he said and when I brought up the fact that, you know, the Warriors of Light look like they're NES versions, but everyone else looks like they belong on the Game Boy Advance or PSP versions, he said, that pissed me off so much.
I'm gonna go, yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright. I don't know. I don't think the Pixel Remaster did have the bonus dungeons. No, because I could just pull out my Switch right now and I could just airship over to where those locations are and I could tell you, no, they're not there. The PSP version does have the Dawn of Souls bonus dungeons, and then apparently there's one more bonus dungeon in that. But I'm like, oh god, no. I don't think I would want to do the PSP version of this game if I wanted to. Mostly because even on EMU, it's like... it takes longer to load the fights than it does here. Yeah, Soul of Chaos. That's the one it was.
I need to get back to 7. I got to a sort of annoying part where I'm trying to figure out where to go, and meanwhile I'm getting attacked.
Alright. Okay, in case you're wondering about... I'm just talking to the person in chat right now. In case you're wondering what the button is for turning on the map, it's hold B and then select. I think on the PSP version, it's hold circle and select. Or whatever your cancel button is, and then select. Yeah, because I know on the PSP version, you can change between circle and cross for confirm and cancel, and you can change between triangle and square for the bestiary and turn it on the menu. Okay, level 5 magic, yes. I want... want wide heal. I want bonus damage to undead. And I want revive. I'm a little bit on the fence about whether to use Kiraga or not, but if I had a red mage in my party, it would be a no-brainer to give that to my red mage. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I suck at learning how to use red mages properly in this game. It's like, they can still do a good amount of weapon-based offense, but... yeah, Faraga. Duh. What should I have as my other two? Teleport would be nice in case I need to make myself a quick exit. I don't know if I really should have a Scourge. Because Death is just nah. Well, I don't have the exit spell, so... oh, right, that's just wizards only. Crap. Okay, fine. I need to promote, so... yeah, Warrior Red, White, Black is good. Yeah, one of my previous runs of the game, I tried to do Monk Red, White, Black, and I'm regretting that. I did make it to the final dungeon with that setup, but I'm going... everyone got frickin' hurt a lot. Yeah, because what I did was I put the red mage at 1, monk at 2, white and black at 3 and 4. Yeah, because the red mage was the only guy who could actually wear something defensive for the first 3/4 of the game. The vampire is dead, but the earth is still decaying. Well, the vampire didn't have the crystal. I got another jewel, but it wasn't the crystal. Yeah, true. And if you actually perk him properly, because what I do is I have the red and black mages have temper and haste, and I just put it on a monk and just sick him on a boss. But yeah, here on this run, I usually give my black mage temper and haste, and then whatever of the lower ones I give to my thief. Alright, I should probably change my colors here. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit too nutty. Do that. Yeah. Yeah, I got the Star Ruby. How are my items? Good and loaded. But it's nice to have a fellow enjoyer of the advanced versions around here. I don't know how far I made it in FF2, because I think I made it to the Town of the Ancients in 2 on Pixel Remaster, and then on the advanced version, I made it to that one castle tower that's like in the middle of nowhere that's surrounded by a moat. Yeah, for 3, I had the DS version, and then I got an image of the PSP version. So if anyone's gonna ask me, it's like, which version of 3 are you gonna cover? I'm gonna say the PSP version. 4 is a bit of a funny one. It's like, ugh. Do the complete collection on PSP, or do the advanced version, or do the 3D version for the DS. I don't know how good the PC port is. I heard that was basically just the mobile port given the desktop treatment. No. That's wrong. That's better. Yeah, because when I did Pixel Remaster of 2, what did I do? Yeah, I just basically abused no encounters, and I made it to that one island down south where it's like the island full of masked folks, but you have to go through like 5 dungeons of 5 layers of a jungle to get to it. I'm like, ah! And... oh jeez, it's a golem with a well-defined ass! Mission accomplished. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which version of 4 I would really want to commit to, because... yeah, Super Nintendo, Advanced, DS, PSP, and Pixel Remaster all handle a hell of a lot differently. So it's like, if I try to, I know my folks had like one version of Nintendo Power that had the walkthrough for the Game Boy Advance version. I'm going, yeah, I don't think that the same rules would apply if I try to do the DS version. It's like, okay, maybe the plot will be more or less the same, but yeah, I've heard the mechanics between dungeons and how some of the characters handle would be a hell of a lot different. Yeah, because I've heard, like, one dungeon was the Magnet Cave, and in every other version, it's like, oh, you could just give Cecil bow and arrows, and he can do all of your offense there. And then the DS version is like, no bows and arrows for him. You gotta use these crappy elemental shards, and use magic all the time. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me with this. Yeah, please tell me if that tracks. And yeah, about playing FF1, I think in terms of character design, I'm a little bit more fond of the Game Boy Advance designs.
Was the Great Axe and
It's for the warrior, but yeah, because the warriors can use axes. Yeah, that's all he's gonna say. Okay. We can go now. Yeah, after the Crystal of Earth is done, I might do the things where I can get the airship and promotion after that. Because I think we're making good time so far. It's only been 75 minutes in.
What do these guys do? Do they poison?
They can just beat you up a lot. Or they can do a bunch of damage if you're not that well protected. Yeah, I would say that if I know what I'm doing with this game, and my encounter luck is pretty good, I could probably beat the base game of this in maybe 12 hours or less. I'm just kind of waffling on whether I want to do the bonus dungeons. I don't want to do them immediately, though. Such as right after I finish the corresponding fiend. I'm like, I don't know about trying to do the bonus dungeons right off the bat. I mean, yeah, I could try, but ideally I would rather have a map on hand for those. Or I might just wait till endgame, or, you know, do the final dungeon, get all the best weapons, and then do some of the bonus ones before beating up on the final boss. Let me think about that. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am doing this on Emu, and yes, I use the Emu's pixelate filter. 1, it darkens the screen a bit. 2, yeah, I mostly have it for darkening because I forgot to put the seizure warning on Twitch. Oh, so you do the bonus dungeons after you do the second one. I see. Oh no, it's the hyenas! In the Pride Lands! Jeez, I have not seen the hyenas out here. How am I on resources? I guess I could burn a tent, why the hell not? And what other Final Fantasy games have I played a little bit so far? About a few years ago, I did 6 Advance, but based off of what I've seen with that one, or at least based off the footage review I did when I did FF6A, I finished the part where Terra and Bannon meet the Esper, and where Sabin, Cyan, and Shadow escape the train, and I think I'm at the part where Locke has to infiltrate an Imperial outpost. Yeah, but I do have Pixel Remaster 1 through 6 on the Switch, and yeah, I do have 7 through 12 on there as well. Okay, not counting 11. Because I know on Switch it's 1 through 6 Pixel Remaster, the PS1 ports of 7 through 9, 10 and 10-2 HD Remaster, and 12 Zodiac Age. One of my folks did have the OG version of 12, and I think Zodiac Age is the version that tweaks the mechanics to be more like Tactics, since that's basically 12's home universe. Oh yeah, and then 12 had the sequel, Revenant Wings, for DS. The one that was more like a real-time touch strategy. The one where everyone's a summoner.
I prefer turn-based.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, one of my folks is more turn-based, the other's more RTS heavy. So, yeah. One of them played a lot of StarCraft, and then the other played a bunch of other traditional ones. But I would say that, arguably, my first RTS ever was Age of Empires. So, for those of you guys who had, like, the Windows 95 demo discs and the like, one of the neat things from the catalog discs was, you know, just a bunch of demo versions of software. Say, like, there was this one Jurassic Park RTS, and then they had Age of Empires, and maybe a few other things they had to show off, and I think it was the 95 catalog disc that had that showed off Windows Media Player, or at least the very first iteration of it, and they had Buddy Holly by Weezer, and I forgot what song from Beck was the musical track. They had to test out the music function. But yeah, I would say it was Age of Empires. You only had like maybe 6 or so missions to work with.
Was it the Greeks or was it the Egyptians?
One of them was the Egyptians, and that was one of the pre-deployed missions. And the rest of it was the Hittites, where you just gave the Assyrians a bunch of grief.
That was a cool game. I love the music on it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I have yet to play more of the 2010s version, or the definitive edition of Age of Empires. But, you know, Matt and I, it's like, we're a little bit fond of the original version, because the original music for Age of Empires was all MIDI, and if you found, like, a really good MIDI driver, oh yes.
Which one did you usually use?
For my MIDI drivers?
Yeah.
Okay, so back then, I really did not know about it so much, so in terms of, like, what I use for MIDI for modern day, like, whenever you saw me play Comanche Gold or other DOS games or other simulators that use MIDI, I like the ones that are more in line with the Creative Sound Blaster series, or the AWE ROM series. So pretty much the 4 I use commonly are the ones that were made by Creative or EMU before Creative bought them out. One for AWE, and well, you can thank the Mech 2 guys for this one when we try to figure out the power of Gravis Ultrasound.
Wasn't there some kind of Sega ones too? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one... Yeah, because I think... What was that one? It was a Yamaha sound chip that powered the Genesis.
Right, I can't remember which one that was, like the YM32 or something.
The YM2608, I believe.
Okay.
I might have to look that up,
that.
but yeah, there was someone who built a sound font based off of that. And
I love Genesis.
someone tried to make a sound font based on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it went as badly as you can expect for some games. I'm like, guys, don't. I mean, unless you have like one that uses like a more advanced sound chip, like what some later NES games did, but it's like, if you're just using the base NES sounds, it's like, oh god, no. No. Because one of the flight sims I did a la carte, I No, 2 of them I used that NES Recreation sound font, and I'm like, I instantly regretted that. And some of you guys may have noticed I am using a replica GameCube controller for this one. Yeah, because it stems a little bit more from back in the day when I used to have the Game Boy player, and some games were actually feeling a lot nicer when you use the GameCube controller for it. You know, like 8-point stick action or the like. Especially it's like when you're playing Mario Tennis on the big screen. That was fun. Or one time I did, you know, Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission on the TV, and you know, it's like I front to back the whole game, and oh I don't have stone mat. Oh, this is not good. I should have bought more needles, or didn't realize I could get Donut Magic right about now. This fan-frickin-tastic. Yeah, I do have Tier 6 Magic unlocked, but when I went to Crystal Lake last time, I didn't have it, so they just leveled up where I could use it now. Ah, shit. Oh right, I got plenty of ethers. What the hell am I doing? I don't have to be freaking overtly conservative with my magic. Now, if only I remember what was the proper way to go through this place. Next time I should just pull my tablet out and then just load the maps. Let's go read that. Alright. Let's just do some low-tier magic. Okay. Yeah, you're allowed to tell me where the treasures are, but because Matt and Event haven't played the game, don't spoil the plot for them.
I'll be real sad.
Because I thought there were treasures on this floor, but...
That is one freaky looking troll, I have to say.
Alright.
Do you remember the cave troll in Fellowship of the Ring?
Warner Brothers and their trolls. You had that, and then you had the troll in the dungeon! Oh yeah, and about the stream format, yeah, I always prefer doing the camera, chat, and the side art offset. This is more or less just a streamer pet peeve of mine, but yeah, I prefer not bleeding over into the area of the game if I can help it. So I really need to get some references for making some side art rather than all the MS Paint junk I've been doing on the side. Where are the treasures? I want to find some treasures here. If this thing goes entirely pear-shaped, I'm not going to be very happy. Okay. Yeah, usually I have this sort of canvas set up for playing games in 4 to 3 or 16 to 10. I very rarely do it for things in 16 to 9 because I am very itchy and anal about my real estate usage when it comes to live streaming, so yeah, it's even worse if I stream games off console because I use a wider canvas. Oh, mithril shield. Are there any other treasures on this floor, or is this the only treasure room? Oh. Get out of here with that. Damn it! Oh, okay. Good. At least they gave me a gold needle as payment. I'd be mad if they did not give me that. Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm back, boys. So, has a lot of ass been kicked since I was chowing?
A lot, but I beat the crap out of the vampire, but his master is who's been hoarding the power of the crystal this whole time, and I'm trying to find my way to him.
In time, you will call me Master.
Yeah, that's the
Is that how Palpatine's quote went? Is that how he said to Luke in Return of the Jedi? Is that how he said it?
Yeah, but do it a little bit more raspy. It's like,
I look forward to completing your training, but in time, you will call me Master.
Okay, Millie, you did a better job than I did.
Yeah, you just need the Palpatine rasp.
I probably really screw up my vocal cords.
Yeah, there's no treasures on this floor, so I can just try to find my way to the boss. And it's like, of course, you know, they're not going to put the advanced versions of Final Fantasy on 1 through 6 on Switch Online, because that would defeat the purpose of the Pixel remaster. Alright, time to face off against our first major boss. That should be fine. Okay. Alright, everyone is fully healed. And let's go kick the Lich's ass. Alright. Max protect, or at least protect everyone that I can. And then let's do Temper on our thief. Yeah, I need Temper on haste and protect on everyone. You're alright. Nice. Haste and temper stacking. It works. And now we can go restore this crystal to its former glory. And the Lich has been slain and his seal has been unlocked. We are good. Earth will look nice and fine again. Now, if only you could actually get healed after touching the crystal. I know some other games would be nice enough to let you do that. Alright. We just saved the... We just saved this land. You're welcome. Alright, let's go heal, and then we can do a few other things right now. I can get some things from Crystal Lake. I can also get the item to promote, and I also need to get one more item as well. What do you guys want me to do first? Do you guys want me to get the airship first, or do you want me to get the promotion item first?
What's promotion item?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but it allows our characters to unlock further tiers of equipment and magic, and general stat boosts across the board.
As much as it sounds cool, yeah, the airship. Let's do promotion item then.
Okay, you want me to grab the promotional item first?
Right.
Okay. To do that, though, I gotta go to Crystal Lake. There's something from... I'd play something first. Oh, and by the way, I don't need this anymore. Turn on the Coral Sword so I can just fend off enemies that are water-based. I know I'm gonna need that where I'm going. Alright, I got tier 6 magic unlocked, but... Ah, shit, I don't have all the money for that. Maybe a few good ones, but... Let's see. Okay, let's get some... I don't need to be healed at the church now, so... You guys sell needles or tents? I think I got enough in terms of tents for now. Okay. Tier 6 magic. Oh. Let's do protect bonus. Do stone heal. And I'll get exit later. Black mage. Give me Sun Dagger. Oh, right, I did not have teleport on. Ah. That would be incredibly useful, in case I made a couple of mistakes. I guess I can throw away Scourge. Wait, the fiends are using the power of time travel to mess this world up? Well, I killed the fiend of Earth already, so the Earth's not gonna rot anymore. If the fiend of fire awakes, then land's gonna get burned. Cool! I got a canoe.
Are these gnomes or wizards?
Those are sages.
Okay. I see they all have beards. Can't be a sage without a beard, right?
I'll get Stona later. Anybody sell needles around here or no? No. Okay.
You ever thought about growing out your hair? I mean like beard and mustache.
I cannot do that. I can only grow up to a fuzz.
I understand.
And then it gets really itchy after the fuzz stage.
Yeah.
My white mage has a lot of health. So, nice thing about the canoe, I can just sail through shallow water. And why can't I ever have nice things? Why must you attack me the instant I walk out of town? Ow, that hurt. I was gonna explain the canoe, but no, you guys had to attack me the instant I stepped out of the town. Yep. Any place that's shallow water, bright blue on the map, I can do that. Maybe I should not have bought that knight's armor. Which way to the Castle of Ordeals? There has to be a way than that. Not that way. I have to sail southeast. I said sail southeast, not step out of land and you know what, never mind. I got magic, who cares? A little bit eastward of here. That's okay. I don't think I really should burn a tent right now. I think I got enough MP to make it through this. I did save, right? I did. gotta find proof of my courage. Oh, this is one of those, warp puzzles. I don't know the exact path. Sorry. It's a Rakshasha! Ah! Oh. No, this was the wrong defensive spell. Actually, no, that works, but... Crap, which one? This one? Oh. Hang on. Let's, do that to slay the undead. Hey, what's up? As far as major progression goes, we slayed the lords of the undead and restored the crystal of earth. I'm just doing a little bit of extra stuff right now. I don't need to do that. We're good. I was afraid of that. Can we ice these golems? Ooh, cool, a critical hit. Ow. Evidently not. Wait, hang on a second. Gloves that cast Andar when used. Ah, crap! Yeah, your last router woes kind of put that into light when you discussed that with me on one of your other sessions. Yeah, but thankfully the Ducks got their revenge. Well, okay, maybe not got their revenge. At least they made up for it by beating the Islanders the next day. And they faced off against Montreal and St. Louis before they're on the road. Can you stop torching my feet, please? Yeah, this is on an emu. Yeah, you can tell because of the pixelation filter, and that's done by the emu already. This was not it. Damn it! Now I'm getting all flustered. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm getting a good amount of loot and money here, but I'd like to get this dungeon over with because I have other places to be. Thank you. Okay, I got that right. Don't deny me my treasures. Stop. Stop. Oh, that's fine. Can I just have my treasures, please? I cannot go one step without you guys wanting to attack me. Give me a break. You know, at the rate my thief keeps getting beaten up, and the fact that my white mage actually has surprisingly more health, I should probably put my white mage at the 2 spot. Although the thing that's kind of confounding is that my thief actually has a buckler, so he can actually block. Question is, will he? I really need flame armor. Ooh, ruby armlet? Yeah. Ice brand? Steel gloves. Yeah, in case you're wondering about the graphical glitches, yeah, that's an emu problem. I'm gonna need that. Who needs that offense more? My thief does. Yeah, I still want my thief to be able to hit something. Almost there. Oh, shit! What the fuck? You guys saw that, right?
That was ridiculous. Yeah. Missing and missing and missing and... Just wondering, where's the golden saucer at?
Hell if I knew.
Is it basically the pleasure center of the Final Fantasy universe? I'm thinking of another title.
Please do not give me another freaking Mind Flayer. Oh, you're kidding me! Fine, I'll use magic. That was a waste of a turn. You know what? Oh, no. You know what? Let's see if we can just end this in one turn. If I'm gonna be burning the same amount of MP anyways, I might as well do it all at once. Hopefully it connects, but... yeah, that. That's not good.
Do any enemies have AoEs of their own?
As far as natural attacks, some of them may, others use like AoE magic.
That's like in Shadowrun Returns, remember I told you just always attack the mage first. You gotta get the mage out of there. So they have those AoE magic.
This rat's tail is what I came here for. Have to get out of here. Oh, good. Alright, let's go make our way back to Crystal Lake.
How was your week?
It was alright. Oh. Okay. And we gotta sail all the way back northwest. Okay. I don't think I need the Dragon Slayer right now, so let's get my thief, the Aquatics Killer.
Is it? I haven't seen that many hockey games all the way through, but a few I've seen, the score gets tied a lot. That seems to be a thing.
Yes. Yes, it does. And are you asking about how the league handles overtime?
Yeah.
Alright, so regular season, overtime is 5 minutes, 3-on-3. Failing that, it goes to a shootout.
Okay.
Else can get pretty tense.
I can't. Stundaga. I don't know, I just really use Stundaga out of the Black Mage's level 6 things. I don't know what else is really good out of this. Yeah, Quake is nice for like grounded foes, but against flyers it doesn't do shit. And I don't know if I trust Paralysis to work. What do you guys think? Chance to cause insta-kill or just chance to paralyze?
Depending on how much of a chance of killing. How well does it work?
I still want exits, so I'm leaving a spot for my white mage for that. Let me just restock on some ethers. That should be enough. Heal here. And... Alright. Oh, it's Crescent Lake, not Crystal Lake. I gotta make my way to here. I think I have to come in through the north because the rest of this river will just take me to the volcano. I got a pair of tents and a couple of cottages. I'm golden. And this is yet another bonus dungeon. It's also the longest. Yeah, I can't speak in his tongue right now, so... The eerie howling of wind, huh? Oh, we're fine. Ow. Now, supplies and health and MP wise, we're good. Ah, this dungeon. Oh. No. No. Okay, I really need to stop doing that if I just want to kill these guys pretty quickly. Ah, shit. Not good. Frick. That's just sad. That's okay. Oh, now you're blocking something? I just want the treasures, damn it. Just plain clothes. Ooh, a flame sword. Ah, yeah, this part.
You were
Ah,
taking damage.
shit. Say that again.
You were taking damage when you walked over those spikes.
Yeah. You thankfully don't get encounters over that, but it's one of those stupid things from RPGs from way back when, where you took environmental damage and... Ooh, ice armor. How's a nothing burger? Can you not? Okay, cool. Crack ton of money, and this ain't good. Please do not call Ice Storm multiple times. I am not ready for that. Thank you. Well, I got a shit ton of money out of that room, so that's all good.
Don't you sometimes wish you could make money like you make in games in real life?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah, just the random encounter luck hasn't really been going my way for the most part. But well, at least I'm making a crack ton of dough out of it, which is more than I can ask for. I just need to find a place where I can drop down and... Ooh, ice shield. Oh, and I just have to destroy this eye.
Do you ever have this game physically?
No, admittedly, I did not.
Is that a Cyclops?
Nah, it ain't. I got what I came here for. Can you not hit my black mage, please?
Oh, you took care of that.
Ah, that's the power of the white mage's undead killing magic.
What type of level does the black mage really excel at?
Really, what?
What kind of environment does the black mage excel at?
Oh, anything with a bunch of enemies in it. Let's get out of here. I am done with this place. I may be missing a couple of treasures, but I'm like, do I really want to take that chance? Okay, I'm done. We can leave now. Oh, that's nothing. And I got 155 grand. And that may have been overkill. Well, we're making good time, so... Ow, what the fuck are you? Okay, never mind, you're dead. As for what I got that rock in the cave for, well, I'll show you guys what it's about in a hot bit.
What do you want to name your ship? The Lawrence Arabia theme plays.
Cool. And we can go wherever the heck we want right about now. almost everywhere we want. Yeah, thankfully these dragons are friendly to talk to. Thankfully. Alright. Let's see what the Dragon King has for us. Okay, cool. So that's what the rat's tail was for. And we have just received our class promotions. Alright, so I can use starter level white magic for the knight, starter level black magic for the ninja. I can unlock higher tier magic for 6, 7, 8 for my mages. And nice. I'm surprised the symbol would be a mere rat's tail. But, Oh, so it was basically dragons who took it. Ah. Why would it be a rat's tail in this era? Yeah, okay, this is bonus dungeon number 2.
Have you been able to try out a good cheesesteak place recently?
I've been to about 2 so far. Otherwise, I just go to a deli if I just don't want to overcomplicate things.
How were the two?
They're pretty decent. Although one of them I kind of made the mistake of having a spiked slushie there. I'm like, yeah, this sandwich did not counteract all of that. I was like, I was a frickin' lightweight with that. Well, the good news is we're on an island chain of friendly dragons rather than dragons we have to slay. I'll just gladly take all the money. Ride and run, and I'm gonna give some magic to mages, or my non-mages. Yeah, okay, that's enough low-level magic money. Alright. Yeah. Boo. Okay. Okay, now where's the level 4 mage's house for Black Mage? That.
You have tons of money now, don't you?
Yeah, but you know I'm gonna burn all of that on spells.
Uh-huh. What is the, how much storage space does the Switch have?
Depends on the model. I forgot how much internal storage it has. I think it's 32 gigs, but it can be expanded if you use a micro SD card. So, my micro SD on my current Switch is a 1 tera model. If you're getting the second generation Switch, it's a micro SD Express, so there's a very particular version you need. But as far as I'm aware about the micro SD Express cards, the most they can hold is 512 gigs. But you know, yeah, because my library is pretty much half a tera right now, and then some. I'm going,
Is it like if you buy more games than you can put on your system, or are they like, do you have an online link to them that you can download?
yeah,
later?
because surprise, surprise, it's more or less, unless you have a physical card, it's getting it online is licensed. Yeah, it's a big case of, oh, you got a license for that?
I had to delete some Steam games, or uninstall some Steam games, because I was running low in space on my hard drive. Let's see what I got. I'm down to 79 gigabytes out of 930, but you know how when you get a drive, some of it is already taken up by Windows, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, this is level 7 magic. I don't have 7 open yet. Love to have some level 7 magic, but not right now. I need to find it.
Might want the protect ring. I have a feeling you're going to be fighting some insta-death big character.
That and this is much needed defense for everybody. I just need to sell a bunch of stuff I don't use anymore. Because I need 40 grand on top of other things for what's coming up later. I do not want to sell those cat claws because... Yep, this is some much needed offense for my Black Mage so we can actually hit stuff now. I don't need the Mithril Knife anymore.
You know what the suggested amount of hard drive space to have free to avoid thrashing?
Depends on your size, but I would say, in case you don't want some really goofy shit happening, I would probably make sure you have about 15 to 20% left.
Okay.
Oh. Why did I sell that?
You remember back in the day when on the CD-ROMs you would install a game and then when you wanted another game you had to uninstall it? Seems kind of quaint now. I guess it's the same thing with Steam or whatever.
I guess I'm gonna start selling the other gloves. I made a mistake buying that. So I might need something called Oxy Ale. And it's for something later on. You sold the fairy? Ah.
I just read that the original Switch has about 4 gigabytes of RAM. 3.8 is actually a RAM.
Oh, this ain't good. I should have saved. I really should not be here. I just want to fun grind enough where I can get that ruby armlet. So, at least everyone has good enough defense when I go inside Mount Gold. That's where I'm going next. So, we'll do the Crystal of Fire stuff next week. Okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, good. At least I got a lot done today, so huzzah for that, I suppose. And I am now officially broke.
Seems kind of like real life, huh? You get money and then you just have to spend it on something you need.
Yeah, maybe when I level up a bit, I'll be able to get some MP for the others, but yeah, I'll grow into it. Yeah, I'm gonna need a crap ton of money from Mount Gold. I can unlock level 7 magic now, but I just spent so much money trying to upgrade everyone's defense. I do have a fair idea what I want to get magic-wise, so... this place sells me a couple of 7s. Two places that sell a 7 and then... Wait. I think there's a level 8 house right around here. Yeah. I would like holy magic. Alright, but yeah, I need 40 grand for the next progression piece, plus all the magic money. Hopefully I'll get that in the next dungeon. If not, then I have a problem.
These NPCs outside just walk back and forth, don't they?
Yeah. Just the wandering, just the wandering outside NPCs, as is typical of every console RPG back in the day.
Right. I wonder what they put in the program, like a while loop, like while going this far, and once you get to a certain place, you start reverse.
Am I good on items? Yeah, that's fine.
Did you ever mess with sequel at all? That's fun.
Yeah, I used SQL back in college for a class, but I haven't really used it since.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you, Matt, just for one class.
I think you used MySQL. Yeah. Databases are pretty cool, though.
Access is a lot easier to use, but I've heard it's a lot slower. Maybe on modern systems it doesn't matter as much. So.
Alright. Well, I am done for now, so... Okay. So, next time, we'll go into Mount Gold, free the Crystal of Fire, and... Yeah, if I don't fun grind enough in there, or I don't find all the treasure chests with all the good stuff in it, because I'm gonna need 40 grand for something that'll help me get the next crystal. I do have a little bit of a backup plan in case I don't get it, but yeah, I got a couple of ideas. But yep, we got the Crystal of Earth saved. We slayed the Lich, we got class promotions, and we got an airship on top of that.
sorry I don't have more energy. I just got kind of tired.
We'll be making more progress. Don't worry about that. But, yeah. I'm gonna be complaining about not having enough money to get all the extra magic when all is said and done. Oh! Crap! Alright. You know what? I'll just fun grind off the air. I gotta get money for the exit spell anyway, so yeah, I don't care anymore. I've already done enough stupid time-wasting escapades anyways, so yeah, I'll fun grind for that, and we'll catch up the rest later. So, yep, next time, Mount Gold. After that, well, maybe the Waterfall Cave? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do both the Crystal of Fire and Water at the same time, but we'll see. Because I know the place for the Crystal of Water should be relatively short, or at least the layout's not going to be as confusing as the first two dungeons, but let me play that by ear. But at least I'll let you guys know at minimum what I'm doing. If I can do those two back to back, then I'll try to gun for it, but if not, yeah, because the dungeons for the Crystals of Water and Wind are admittedly a bit easier layout-wise and not way too maze-like. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright. Closing time, guys. Last call.
Okay, depending on how my brother feels, shortly after we get done, we might do 2-player co-op on it on a Contra NES. Otherwise, I'll just finally use my new GameCube to stream Roguestar 3 Rebel Strike. Hopefully there won't be any issues there. Then tomorrow... Oh yeah, I almost forgot, Yosh. You said you're filing your taxes this weekend. So,
Sunday.
if you're... Sunday? Okay. Okay, gotcha. Would you be up for doing Perfect Dark tomorrow sometime?
Yeah, event. Did you want to move up or down the arcade weekend, or not
We
this
could
time?
do it. It might be a while. On next weekend on Saturday, I'm planning on going out to a restaurant with a friend. I don't know what time I'm going to do that,
All
so
right.
I'll let you know sooner. Do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have to. We you beat Golden Axe anyway. We know what the ending is. So.
Okay.
Granted I cheated with 9 lives, but I'm like, you know what? You watch that happen. Ah.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. So Matt, if you're available tomorrow after lunch, then I'll be able to join you on that one. I'll be doing trails Saturday night, but I may not be available at all on Sunday because one, I might be doing taxes Sunday afternoon. Two, I have to wake up stupid early for field work on Monday, so
Okay, well, we'll shoot for some time tomorrow. Help with the home project. So, yeah, probably around the time you mentioned, roughly. Well, we can do 2-3 hours of Perfect Dark max.
all right.
Yeah. And then Sunday, I'll do Star Trek Commando 2. Then I'll start the Borg part of the campaign. And then that's probably going to be a very long stream because I've been on Star Trek Commando 2 for a while. It's just December. I just wasn't feeling it for streaming much. So a little behind. I'm just getting rapidly caught up. I just finished the Klingon campaign last weekend. So yeah, looking forward to finishing that and deciding what RDS I'll do next and what Star Trek game I'll do next. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's my rough schedule there.
Have you done the entire Age of Empires trilogy up to this point?
Minus Asian Dynasties, yeah.
All right.
I think that's going to be my next RTS. I would love to do the Anno Domini series. 1503. I need to give that a on stream. I've been playing on my own on GOG, but I would love to stream that at some point, the story. So.
All right.
But yeah, Asian Dynasties most likely will be the next RTS. The next Star Trek game I do, I'm not too sure. Ideas, maybe Bridge Commander, maybe Star Trek ideas I haven't really.
Sorry, Matt, you were cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize my mic was down. Whoops. Yeah, I was saying, the few other ideas I have for Star Trek games is Bridge Commander, that's one. Maybe the Star Trek Generations game, maybe that, which is basically Doom with better graphics, but it's Star Trek themed. Yeah, probably a couple other ideas, but yeah, that's what I have for ideas for that. But yeah, that's kind of my rough schedule for the coming few days.
Yeah, as far as like what I might do after FF1 is over, I might consider doing the revisit of Tachyon the Fringe in light of
Oh, nice.
Bruce Campbell revealing he has cancer. So
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oof.
yeah, I'm seriously considering doing a revisit of that. I was gonna do Black Mesa, do it on hard mode, and then the 20th anniversary edition of Half-Life 2, because I have not done those yet, but I think I can afford to put those on the back burner for now. But yeah, I might consider doing Tachyon on hard. The reason why I've been very hesitant to do that again is because I've already streamed the game twice, and I've already done an a la carte recording series of it, so I'm not sure what extra benefit I would have doing it on normal one more time would do, but yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to join in for the next few Fridays after FF1, I'm very open to that. I just need to tweak the sound volume on that though. You know how early 2000s games are before we had to we used TVs for our speakers and had like good sound bars and all of that. Shit was loud back then.
Yeah.
Right.
Or back when we had the speakers with the variable little adjustment knobs for volume.
What about subwoofers?
I would like to get like a 5.1 system, or well, I was at Costco earlier in the week where they do sell like the 5.1 sound bars where they give you a long bar plus a subwoofer. And sometimes it's been on sale and I've been incredibly tempted to get that, but I'm like Also, I think my apartment tower would frown at me bringing in a subwoofer.
That's what I was thinking, man.
There's only so much a towel will absorb all the subwoofer vibrations. Unless you give me something that's really good for soundproof rigging, or something better than a towel, that's a little bit out of the question.
I understand.
Or doing something like, I don't know, I think most motherboards or sound cards actually support like 5 or 7.1 speakers, but you have to have the little 3.5 millimeter jacks for it. Yeah, I've been at a couple of stores and Yeah, they said that it's not as easy to finagle if you're trying to do like a multi-speaker system on the back of the motherboard or through the sound card. And yeah, as much as I would love to do like a live stream with 5.1 capability, one, I don't have the sound system for it yet. Two, I really would like to do it with the Switch, but unfortunately, I was also looking up capture cards that do have 5.1 capture support. They do not support the Switch. They support the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One because they use multi-channel surround sound, but the Switch and the Switch 2 use linear PCM, which that capture card does not support for 5.1. I'm like, ah. I'm like, damn it. Like, that sucks. Yeah, I talked to Prox about that and a couple of other live streamers I usually visit, and they were like, yeah, that kind of blows. Kind of sucks too, because like almost every other console to that, had Dolby Pro logic and red white plugs. You could just use that.
Hmm.
Or the red white plugs from the back of the TV.
Then the yellow used to be video, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is that RCA?
Yeah. Yeah, there was
Yeah, that's old
RCA,
school,
then
man.
yeah, there was RCA, then component, and now we're all on HDMI or
Yep.
a variation or adapter form of it.
But my PlayStation is still on RCA. I have an old PlayStation 1.
Yeah. And I know like Nintendo for their consoles back then, at least the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the GameCube, they all had the same yellow, white, red adapter.
Yeah, the AV cable.
Yep. And then the Wii, that changed. And then, yeah, because also I ended up getting the component cable for that one because I'm like, yeah, we got an HD TV. Why the hell not?
Do you remember the old coaxial cables?
Yeah,
For,
especially like for the old consoles where you had to plug in the rabbit ears through the socket and then you had to dictate on the console which of channel 3 or 4 on the TV to use.
right. Brings back some memories, man. Annoying memories. Those are the days. I remember when we first got our NES, man. We had I think when did NES come out? Was it 87? Was it 85?
Yep.
85.
A5.
I think we got it in 86 and it had Mario and Duck Hunt on the same.
Yep, the
yeah.
double feature
Yeah.
cartridge.
I have that.
Wow, that's a collector's item, man. Keep that.
Absolutely. It's very rare you get them separately.
Nintendo, make a Switch Zapper, you cowards.
You know the thing about the arcade version of Duck Hunt? If you shoot the dog, it comes back later with a cast on, like all bandaged up.
Well, I am beat for now, and well, at least we know where we're going next time. So, thank you guys for coming by, Matt, David. Thanks for
Sure
being
thing.
here. Cause yeah,
Well,
it's like
Absolutely.
yeah, because I don't know what the hell I'd be doing with myself if I had to do a Final Fantasy installment on my own. You've seen the grinding, you've seen the action, you've seen all the exploration and me getting interrupted every 5 steps.
yeah, that's Final Fantasy for you. 7 is like that too, man. Like you're trying to figure out where to go, and meanwhile you're getting attacked all the time.
Yeah, 12 thankfully does away with that, and I think that's a big reason why I moved over to Xenoblade. At least and trails. At least you can anticipate where the fights are coming in from.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all I have for now. So, to the rest of you guys, thank you guys for coming by. I really appreciate it. But, yep, we'll see you guys next time for our various adventures. So, in the meantime, stay sweet, stay sensational, don't be salty, and we will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.
Keep it real.
And don't let keeping it real go wrong.